Hi everyone, Jack with the Crichton Chronicles back with another iJack A to Z 2017 challenge entry. Today's letter is L, and the subject is Ladyfolk. Ladyfolk is just basically the nickname given to my girlfriend back in 2013 when we were just casually dating. So I'm going to talk a little bit about her and the relationship, and as I mentioned, we met back in 2013 um, through a dating website called OkCupid, and our first date, or as a coffee date, as I prefer, was I believe at Dunn's Brothers, and I think it was the first time I'd ever been to one, but I think it was at Dunn Brothers. But met there and just pretty much hit it off, talked for quite a long time, and I don't know. Since then, we spent a lot of time together, at least talking for sure. But we saw each other quite often. We dated casually throughout that first spring and summer, and then in fall we kind of more finalized and made things official. And yeah, that was probably I believe in September, just before her birthday. But that's how we met. I think we moved in shortly after that, like a year, maybe that next summer in 2014, I think maybe. And that was a little nerve wracking given my family was like, whatever, they're cool with pretty much anything and everything. On the other end, on her end, that wasn't so much the case. Though, it was really odd because the people who helped move was, I think, my brother and nobody in her family at all. And I think my grandparents, Grandma Penny, who I mentioned, and grandmas, and my grandpa Ron. So I think they were the only ones that helped us move. I don't know. They were not too thrilled. I don't think. I think hopefully now they've warmed up to me at this point, and I can kind of understand the reservations, and there's some kind of probably maybe some religious aspect stuff mixed in there, but also the fact that they didn't really know me all that well. I didn't go over there and like hang out a ton and knew little about me, so they were probably just kind of really nervous and whatnot. But either way, so yeah. Um, Beyond that, let me think. That was just kind of how we met and moved in, and we're still in the same location, and hopefully finding a new location at some point because this place is so freaking small. And she hates the kitchen. I hate the kitchen, but I don't really cook, but she likes to cook. And yeah, the kitchen is not very conducive for it. It is like a half stove, even. A lot of places in the building have been renovated, actually almost every apartment but this one. So I got the old school jank in here. So yeah, good times. But she loves to cook, and would like to do so more, but we'll have to wait until we get a more space and a full size stove. And she loves to paint. That was one of the things that I drew me the most to her artistic creativity and stuff. She loves to paint, write, and poetry. She's doing poetry right now through the A to Z challenge as well on her blog. And in fact, that's why I was kind of signified that it was kind of okay, uh, or cool with using maybe the Ladyfolk I might do, because she just brought up that in a poem just the other day. So I was like, that's awesome. That lines up good, because she may have thought I was going to use a different letter associated with her name, what her name begins with, and all that. But yeah. So I don't know if she'll expect this or not. Either way, yeah. Uh, see, she's very passionate about social justice and just, yeah, she's a very compassionate person, and she has done a lot to help, just in terms of just, well, one, she has to put up with me, especially my anxiety, which is kind of a tall order, um, you know, and maybe being like a conspiracy theorist. Like, I'm not exactly completely paranoid, but I am passionate about certain things that, actually she actually is kind of on board with a lot of those, so that's not really an issue. But yeah, I don't know. So, but she puts up with a lot with me, but she's uh, wonderful, and she's helped take care of me and continually tries to help, promote good health and taking care of myself and Crooks wherever he is. He was here a minute ago, but I had to restart this video like already 15 times. I don't know, it's crazy nuts. So, uh, yeah. So, um, yeah, I guess I'll talk about, because my M's kind of taken up. So I was gonna say like, in the K, we talked about had kids or children as a subject, and we're kind of on the same page there with the adoption or fostering, or not necessarily, at least especially at this time, having children of our own and stuff like that. Um, the marriage I've always been indifferent on. I've never, yeah, I've never been engaged or anything, and I don't know. Marriage has never been a huge thing to me, and that I thought would be a point of contention, and hopefully it's not. We've kind of talked about it. Well, we've talked about it a bit now and again, but I believe everything's good there on the same page. I was going to talk about an M, but like I said, I have another topic I got to do. So, but pretty much the relationship itself overall has been the first that first part, then that casual just dating part was pretty tumultuous. There were a few things there, but um, after that it's just steadily improved, and now it's great. And yeah, I love her, and I want to speak whatever, not directly to, but uh, just want you to know that I love you, and I'm looking forward to continually building our life together. And regardless if we might have some snags, I think the only snags we have are, I mean, maybe some financial stuff, obviously, but um, families are fine with whatever I think now, and Um, my family's probably the most dramatic out of the two of us. Like, hers are kind of seem standoffish, where mine are really open and welcoming, and so I feel like that took some time for, to be kind of welcomed on her end of the family, and still I'm kind of like, some people just don't seem whatever. But on my end, they're all like, woo, let's party, cool, all right, awesome. So but and then there's what I was gonna rant about, but I decided not to necessarily. But the friend issue, where some friends are on her end are not, I guess, I don't know, just don't feel like they're too keen with me, and not a whole lot I can do about it. It causes very little stress because her and I are pretty much on the same page on the basis of that. So, but it's unfortunate because obviously you want everything to mesh well and everybody and involved family, friends, and etc. But you can't always do that. So, but yeah, I didn't have a set thing to do, so I just again wanted to say, because you'll be watching this, so for everything else, for you, again, just want you to know how much I love and care about you, and I appreciate you, and I know you feel like you've kind of slipped a little in some various areas, but I just want you to know that you're beautiful, and I always find you beautiful, and um, hopefully we can make some steps to healthier living and lifestyle, and hopefully at some point, like I said, getting a bigger place so it doesn't feel so claustrophobic, and yeah, picking up on the other artistic stuff like the painting and such. So it's great you're doing the drawing, not the drawing, but the poetry. I want to get back into drawing, and then yeah. So I'm probably just gonna wrap this up because again, I'm now just rambling. But yeah, uh, for everybody watching, are you currently in a relationship? How did you meet your girlfriend or partner or a spouse? Um, and with marriage, is that a point of contention that's ever come up in the relationship? Or kids, stuff like that. Um, I know everybody kind of has their core values that they have to have met. So hopefully you can share, you know, those kind of things. Yeah. Otherwise, just if you want to talk about your significant other and at whatever capacity you want. And I am rambling, so I gotta wrap this up. So yeah, I'll have links below for the A to Z challenge, the website, the Facebook site, and where this post will be featured on the iJack at the Curtain Chronicles. And yeah, if you like the video, leave a thumbs up. And to follow along with more content, um, hit the subscribe. Until next time, take care.